do that a good 2-3 times and it's gonna actually continue to do the same thing unless you give it some more gas pedal, so if you give it more throttle. So now what I did was I actually removed these and I'm going to start the car and I'm going to actually allow hopefully the excess fuel to leave the system. Now we plug these back in, we activate the fuel system again. Literally instantly, as soon as we plug those back in. So now the thought process is, well, once we clear the actual fuel out of the system, so we're actually gonna check the injectors. We're gonna see if there's gonna be any extra gas on the top of the actual valves, which is gonna be a little bit difficult. So we might actually end up just changing the injectors and all the O-rings on the actual fuel system, just to be safe. So we're back here with the extended start problem car. We've changed out the injectors to known good injectors. We've also changed out all the seals, O-rings. Subaru called it like a little washer, but there's a little clear washer in there too. We changed it all out. The car's now been sitting for a couple of hours. If it's the same issue, then it's going to give us some type of sputter or extended start again. It was pretty quick to give us the issue. So if it starts up now, we're on the right track, or it's fixed. Awesome. So we will go ahead and let it sit overnight before we let the customer know that it's actually finally fixed. We'll start it up tomorrow morning and see, but inspecting everything, the only thing that we could really find was this guy right here. As you can see, this one right here is just pretty much a perfect circle. One of them right here is kinked up over time right here, just having it sit outside over there. It's been a little bit more soft, so I think the shape has kind of died down a little bit. This piece, the injector goes into it, and the side feed injectors, right, I think this was kinked over and allowing fuel to slowly drip into the cylinder. I mean, this is all speculation, but through the diagnostics process, it definitely seemed like there was excess fuel inside the cylinders, making it run too rich to actually be able to start. So over time, slowly, just drips of fuel into the cylinder, and there's just too much fuel for it, you know. So I remember back in high school in auto class, the teacher would spray a bunch of fuel inside of a coffee can, and once you spray a bunch of it, he tried to light it and it wouldn't catch fire, right? But if you just did 1-2 spray and let the fuel evaporate, and then he hit the spark plug inside the little coffee can, and the top would just pop off. So I don't know, maybe it's thanks to my auto high school auto teacher or something like that. But we figured out the issue, so that's great. And then, yeah, we'll see tomorrow morning if it runs. But other than that, this car is good to go, and it's starting up every time. Crazy. It's been a good little process, because you guys saw it for the first time just like we did too. So glad we were able to figure it out. These are the actual injectors that sit right underneath this portion where the fuel goes into the side feed injectors. If you've ever heard of side feed and you've heard of top feed injectors, side feed is because the fuel is fed through here. The top feeds are actually fed in from the top. But yeah, these are the actual seals that go right underneath that. And as I was pulling the other ones apart, I did notice this guy kind of like kinked and creased a little bit. So I'm thinking maybe that was folded over, causing the issue. Maybe a long shot, but we'll see. So here are the injectors that we pulled from the car. This is the biggest issue right here, kind of kinked off to the side like that. It's all jacked up right there. All the other ones too have been pretty, I mean, nothing that I would see that would be like damaging to the actual injector, but who knows. Keep pressing on, replace them, and replace the seals.